So I'm deploying the application on GitHub pages. So currently it is pointing on this URL. I need to change it. Okay, only one place I have it now. API. Let me deploy it one more time. First, I have to build. Okay, one part was remaining again. So we saw in the candidate login we have shown all the recording, but that YouTube means you got the URL, but we have to show that in the YouTube player also, no? So that is the thing remaining. Okay, that we will do today. Let me check if it is deployed. Okay, let it be. It will take some time. Till now, let's
And in
run.
the iframe, right, we have to show,
Yes,
right?
iframe in we have to show it. Localhost 4200. Shwariya's login, no? Yeah. Password was this. No one removed the recordings, no? Okay. So now, so let's check the network columns. Wait, why Aishwarya was okay? Aishwarya is super admin. How come Aishwarya was super admin? Aishwarya, you were super admin or candidate? Who was the candidate that day we tried everything? We created some proper record, na? Anyone remembers what was the candidate login we had to use?
Ruchi Jain.
Ruchi? Okay. Let's try with Ruchi now. Sign in. Why still we are getting all the menus? Okay, after login, after refresh, it is coming. Because of that unsubscribe thing we didn't do now. Because of that, this is the issue. Anyway, so if I go to the recording page, why data is not coming? Network call. We did this, right? Why API caller not happening? Candidate sessions. Okay, I commented this code. Just a moment. I commented this code. Enrollment service. Just a moment. I think I removed some code. Get enrollment by catch ID. Batch session. Enrollment by candidate ID 1. This was a URL. This was the existing code, but in git conflict now I removed some code that day. That's why I'm creating again. Let's save and check. But instead of this, it should be from this. Um, st- One extra bracket is there. So, okay. React.js for this data is not coming. What was that batch? Which candidate we registered into that B32 batch? What was the candidate in B32 batch? Arey yaar, all APIs are authenticated now. Can anyone check in B32 batch what was that candidate? We did that yesterday. Anyone
Uh,
remember like that day which record we used for login?
Shubham.
Shubham was the super admin. One candidate we registered now over there.
Mhm.
So if we log in with that candidate, then we will get to know. Hmm, who was that? Swati. React.js and Vue.js is only coming. Okay. React.js and Vue.js. Let's do this for. We will add some data for React.js. What's the ID for it? Let's reload one more time. We need the batch ID. We will create one or two record. Wait, just now it was coming now. Our record got removed now. अरे यार. No one remembers what was the. Let's check it from over here. Batches. अरे यार. I won't be able to trigger this also now. Can anyone share it if you have implemented the interceptor and everything? Let's log in with the super admin.
I'm sharing.
Share. We just need to check that batch is there or not. B32 final something name we given,
Mhm.
na?
Like that.
Hmm.
My screen is visible.
This is your login, na?
हाँ एक
Go to the
मिनट
super admin.
log
Log up super admin.
which ID?
Aishwarya or Shubham.
Swati, I think. Swati.
Password क्या? Okay.
Chetan, just check with Swati.
That's what I said. Ki don't touch the data. Otherwise, we will be playing like this only.
इसका password
Wait. I got this. B batch 32 Angular. What is the ID of it? 218. Okay. Now we need to check in 218 how many enrollments are there. Who was enrolled? Vasant is there. Okay. Or Navid is there. Navid. Let me try with login with Navid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let me share. I got the proper data. Okay, I logged in with Naved. Naved has that record, don't delete batch. Okay, now if I click on this, I get all the recording. So if you check it over here in the data, you get this YouTube URL. Okay, so this URL, you need to pass it to the iframe, that YouTube iframe. Okay, so now we need the code. How do we show it? So let's ask the chat GPT. I have YouTube URL. I need to show that video in my app. Okay. So we have a YouTube URL. I need to use that URL and I show it into the YouTube tag, right? So I can, so that sanitizer also we might need. Iframe. So see, now this is a URL. In Angular, we cannot directly pass any HTML or any URL directly into the HTML. We need to sanitize that. Sanitize means we have to allow it. Okay, we are means whenever we are appending some HTML, that dot inner HTML, or if you are appending some URL into directly template, so you cannot do that directly. So you have to sanitize it. So for that we have a service that is DOM sanitizer. Okay, so you have to create a sanitized URL like this. Now, how do you show it? So let's say on click of it, if user clicks on it, we need to open the model pop-up, and on the model pop-up, we will have our video player. Getting it? And there you will be able to see our recording. So once you click on it, you will be able to you will show a model pop-up, and in that model pop-up, your video will play. Got it, everyone? How we are going to show the recording? Clear or
Yes.
no? Okay.
Yes.
So now on click of button, first we need to open the model pop-up. So bootstrap model pop-up we will use. How many ways are there to open the model pop-up? Where is model pop-up? How many ways are there to open the model pop-up? We have seen or no? We have seen it. How to open the model pop-up? Yes or no? We have seen it, right? By using view child. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So now this model pop-up we have to open on the particular button click. So this button. So first we have to give what do we say? Uh, hash template reference variable. So hash video model. Okay. Now on click of this button, click open model. Let's create this function. Okay. Now we have to create the view child @view child. Round bracket, our view child name, template reference variable name, whatever we have given. So this will go over here. Video model ref colon reference of the element. So element ref. We have to add not sign because we are not going to initialize it. So here we have to add a if statement. Whenever you are interacting with the view child, always add a if statement if that element is present or not. Then this dot. How do we open the model pop-up? How do we open the model pop-up? By adding a style, na?
Style.
Style
Display.
dot display block. Okay. Just like it, we need a close function also. Inside that, we will add none side. Close, and here we will add the none CSS. Okay. And this function, we will call it on that close button over here. Fine. Let's test it if we are able to open the model pop-up first of all. So if I click on it, you get the model pop-up. Now in the model body, we have to show our video player. So for that, this is the code. First, we need this. We will copy as it is. So first variable where we are going to store our URL, save sanitize URL. Then we need this code. So this code we will put it into our open model function over here. Okay. Whenever we are calling this function over here, so we can pass the video URL. So item dot, what was it? Let's get that.
YouTube video.
Why suddenly it stopped now? Okay, we need to log in again. I need to increase that. Just remind me, I will increase the timeout. Recordings. So on click of it, the property name is YouTube video ID. Okay, so on click of that view recording, you will pass the particular recording ID. Okay, URL that you will get it over here. Colon string. So this URL, instead of this, you will pass it over here. Get YouTube ID. What is this function? Why we need like this? P not equal to split of 0. Let's try like this. Same thing we will do. We need one more function and sanitizer. So we need the service also. So this service also we need. We will inject into our constructor sanitizer object. Okay. And so here we will get the actual video ID. Now this video ID we have to pass to the video tag. Where is the HTML? iframe. Okay, let's copy, and this iframe we will put it into our model body over here. Let's make a bigger model. So model -lg. So we will get the large model. Let's check if this code works or not. Okay, on click of it, if I click on view recording, got the debugger. Let's close it. It's not opening. Let's see why. Might be URL is not correctly correct form. Iframe. See, it is here undefined is coming. Now we need to debug our code. What is happening? Our session recording.ts. What is the component? Candidate. So over here we will debug our code now. So we got the URL. So from that, okay, this function is not behaving correctly. So if we have it URL.split with v. So the sample was, okay, it has something like this. And it was needed this code only, I think. Embed. Let's ask the question again because our URL is something like this. The example he has taken is like it has watch :v something, but we are getting something else. Okay. So we need to pass the same way, then it will modify its function also. We will pass our URL. Our URL is like this. Then it will modify that function. Hmm, like this. This function only needed modification. Let's see. One click of it. Let's check if it, yes. So video ID we get. So from the URL, we just got the video ID. So after this, okay, then we are passing it over here. Let it load. No, still it is not loading. Why? Let's see. Model body. It is coming like this correctly. But why it is not coming then? Hmm, Let's try.
Oh, can you try some another YouTube URL? Maybe uh, some sample URL.
Hmm, Whatever. If I click on it, let's try this copy embedded code. See how does it look. Embed. Let's try the same. If we can use it. I'm trying the same, okay, from there. अरे यार. This is working. Okay. So, playing or not? Wait, let it play. It's not playing. Because of internet speed or what? Here also it's not getting played. Okay, here it played. Okay, fine. So it is playing over here. Now what we need to do, this SRC, we just need to make it dynamic. Okay. So let's try this and put it over here. So instead of using their iframe, we will use the same what it is there. Let's see now. ngif. Okay. Wait, if I'm closing it, nothing is happening. So on click of close, we just need to make it undefined also again. Undefined is not assignable to this. Okay, ngif got displayed. Then ng class, yeah, coming. Okay, pipes, yes. Okay, so whatever we I have test data, whatever the test data we have passed, that is coming. Okay, so this is what the final part was. Okay, So now in your login only, you will be able to see whatever the recordings you have, but not in your local. Means you can add whatever the URL you have just for testing, but I have lived the application over here. Let me check if the live is working now. Hmm, let's try the same. Is the request going? Request is okay. This is giving error for certificate now. Let me open it one time. Advance. Okay, fine. So application is live on this. So I will share you all the record URL. Here you have to make the request. Just a moment. I will create a super admin
So we
login.
can
I will
use
provide.
on GitHub is directly the Angular app.
Yeah, GitHub pages na. Instead of using that version na, you can use the GitHub pages. So once you from here only you can directly build it. You don't have to manually build and again do that. So
So
once
it will
you
understand that Angular thing.
hmm?
It will directly get that Angular means
Yeah, yeah,
HTML JavaScript it directly runs,
yeah.
but
This is
GitHub.
your Angular application only.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine. I will tell you ki how I will provide the steps. Just follow the same, it will work. But your repo should be public. Okay. GitHub repo should be public. Fine.
Okay.
What else was remaining? We completed, right? Dashboard is remaining. Dashboard you can implement it just a normal Git API and whatever the data you get that you want to, that you have to display. Dashboard you can do. Oh my God. Now all the APIs are authenticated. Okay, so dashboard is very pretty simple. If again in dashboard also you have to check the role. If the logged in role is candidate, so you have to use this API. Okay, for candidate only this API data you have to show into the dashboard. But if the logged in role is super admin, you have to show the data of three API, this, and this. Okay, so check the response and you can use the Bolt AI, pass the response to the Bolt AI and ask him to create the UI for dashboard. Then it will provide you according to the response, it will create the UI for you also. Okay. Then it's just a simple get API and whatever the data you get that you need to bind it. Here you have array, multiple record will be there. And here again, multiple record. Only here you will get single record, total count. Okay. So like that you can do. What else was there? We discussed something, right? We have to see
Search functionality.
search functionality. Yeah. Okay. Now, let's say you have to implement the search functionality. Now, API is not like that because we don't have much big data. So on the UI side only, you will manage the search. Let's say if I told you that we have an array. Now that array can be a student array, employee array, or product array, anything. Now in student array, you will have different properties. In employee, you will have different. In product, you will have different properties, right? Now I ask you to create a function which will filter any type of array. Is it possible? Let's say you have a table and above the table you have a single search box. Okay. So that function should have two parameter. Function should have two parameter. Array and search text. Okay. You have to create a function which will accept an array and it will accept a search text. Now, if I, whatever the array, your array can be anything. Your function should not be any particular array specific, either student or employee. It should be generic. It should be dynamic. If I, whatever the array I should be able to pass and search text. Let's say if I pass the student array and if I pass Chetan over here. So if in my name, if and in my array, what are the properties you have? Let it be name, full name, first name. If Chetan is there, that record should get filtered out. If I pass Pune in the search text, if in my array, if I have city property and in that city property I have Pune, so that record should get written. Understood what we have to do?
Use pipes.
No. Forget about Angular. I'm just asking normal question.
Filter function.
We have to create a function which will accept an array and which will accept a search text. Whatever the array I pass, if this value is present in one of the properties, that should return. We have to basically filter the array. So we have to create a function like this. Is it possible that we can create a searching functionality on any type of array?
Yes.
The array can be anything. Okay. Getting it or no?
Yes. We can write
Right.
that.
So
Yes.
let's ask the ChatGPT to do that. So I am working on an admin app where on every page we are showing some data into table. Okay.
Sir, I have built this functionality, but not using array, only for the.
You might have written in every component, right? But I want to make it reusable, right? Correct?
Yes.
How you have done it?
In search bar, if we
How
write
you
a name,
filtered? With specific name or something like that, with the specific property name, correct?
yeah,
Or is it
right.
generic?
Name and candidate name and description. According to that, I have
So
filtered.
specific property you are filtering, correct? But
Yes.
we don't want we don't want it to be with the specific property. Let it be. Whatever the search parameter you pass now, that in any of the property, if that field is present, that record I should get like that. Okay. So that's why we want a generic function. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm working on admin app where on every page we are showing some data into the table. Now I need to add search box above table which should filter data. Now I need a function which will be generic, means you don't have to again specify, but for you all I'm again explaining, means I will pass an array to function and search text. It function should return all records where that search text is present. Okay. Provide Java script function. Let's see. Okay. First we will test it in the JavaScript, then we will check it. Okay. It's a simple function. Let's try it now. Or we can directly use it. Let's copy this. Now, in our application, let's log in with superadmin now. Instead of having that search box in every page, we wanted to make it means instead of means, let me show you what I'm saying. So let's say in batches also we have the search box. Let's say here you add the search box, here you will write that code. In candidate also you need the same thing. So in every page you need the search box. So instead of having the search box in every page, you can have the search box in the nav bar. So once you change the value, your table should filter. So that search box, you are not repeating again and again. You have it in a common place. Getting it? Understood what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes.
Instead of having that search box in every page, you can move that search box over here. So once you type search over here, let it be on any page, that grid should filter. Okay. So in our layout, we will keep our search box. So layout over here, instead of this, we will create our search box. Input, type, text, placeholder, search. Okay. So here you got the search box. Let's say here you search Ruchi. So in the table, only this record should get filtered. Okay. Understood? Like this we have to do. So now tell me where we should write that logic, searching logic, in the layout component or in the child component here, where we should write that logic, searching logic.
Child component.
In this component, now, because here we have the array, but we need the value. So this text box is in my layout component and I need the value of this in my candidate component, right? So how do we pass this value over here? How do I pass this value in this component?
Through subject or behavior subject.
Through behavior subject or subject, correct? So what we will do into our common service. So common service, do we have user service? Let's say user service I will consider as a common service. Okay. So now over here, I will create my subject or behavior subject, basically subject, because we don't want to retain the search. Okay. So on search, change, colon, subject. What type of data I'm going to emit? String. Okay. I created a subject in my user service. Now in layout component, we have user service, right? Yeah. So on change of this text box, so what you will use? Input function is there, na? What is the use case of this input function when it will trigger? Whenever you change the value, na? Yes or no?
Yes.
You remember, guys, from JavaScript, we have seen input function. Okay. Whenever the text box value can get changed, this event will trigger. And here I will pass dollar event. What dollar event will happen? What dollar event will do? What we will get it over here in the dollar input?
Event object.
Event object, right? I don't want to create a variable. I don't want to bind it to there. So directly we can get the event object. So event colon any. Okay. So here constant search text event dot target dot value. You get the value now. In event you get the object target from which element your event got trigger and value. Then this dot user service dot on search data dot next you want to emit the search text. Okay, let's debug it. One by one thing we will do. See, if I type over here R, okay, in event you got the complete event, event dot target. See over here, I'm writing the same thing. See, that text box is getting highlighted. Dot
Yes.
value, you got R. So whatever you type that you got. So no need to create a variable, no need to bind it, no need to import the forms module. Understood the purpose of event? Clear, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Instead of doing this, what you could have done, you could have created a normal variable, forms module you might have imported, and there you bind it using ng model. Then you would have got the text box value. But instead of creating unnecessary variable, instead of unnecessary importing forms module, Same thing, you could have done it like this also. Okay. So whenever the search value get changed, you are emitting that value on the subject. Now, in every page, you have to subscribe. So over here, we have a service. No, we have to inject our user service. Inject user. Okay. Now in every component, you need to subscribe to your subject. So user service dot on search change dot subscribe. Search text, colon data type string you are going to get. Okay. Then here you need to write the filter logic. Again, filter logic. This is the code to filter. Now in every component, you will keep this function. Will you keep this function in every component to search?
No.
No.
Where we
One
can
place
keep
we
it?
will write in service.
Right? Instead of service, you can create a helper function. Remember when I explained the folder structure, I said helper function we can create. So here I'm creating one more folder, helper, a simple TypeScript file. Okay. Helper.ts. Here export like this. Sorry. We create a normal function. Let's create a normal function. Then export generic. Declaration expected. Any string export. Okay. Let me try. I am also doing this after a long time. So we created this function over here. Now in candidate function, once we get the filter data, we need to assign it to the candidate list again. So this dot candidate list, or first we will search it constant filter record is equal to our search function. This is our search function. Let's import it. We need the import and we have to pass the array. So our array name is this dot candidate list. It's a signal, comma, search text. So this is the search text. We will pass it over here. Okay. Let's add a debugger over here. We will add a debugger over here also. Let's check it now. Okay. R, let's go with Rochi properly. See, our function is getting called. Okay. Record is not getting filtered, but let's try. Rochi. Okay. See, this function is returning the filtered record. Only 2 records we got. Getting it? Now, this we need to assign it to our signal again. Over here, this dot, what is it? Candidate list dot set, and whatever the filtered record we got from that function, that we will put it over here. Let's try it now. See, getting it? But now vice versa, it is not working. If it is empty, again, we need to show the whole record, right? Getting it or no? See, on the page load, we have this much record. Let's say if I search with Amol, record is coming. But if I remove it, if the search box is empty, again, I need to attach the whole response now as it is, right? So now here, this is the only array we have. If we are modifying this array, do we have the previous array again?
No.
Right? So we need to maintain a copy of it. Okay. Original candidate list. Here we will keep our original data, what we got from the API. Okay. So that if the search text is empty, we will assign this data. But here also we need to do the same thing. So now, once we get the API called data, that we are storing into two different variable. One over here, this you are binding to the list table, and this is just to keep the original data. Okay, and here you will write the check. If search text is equal to empty, means we don't have anything in the search text, means user wants the original data. So what you will do here, you will assign this dot original candidate list. Okay, and in else you will use the filter logic, whatever this function is returning filter data. See now. Okay, see, working fine. Now in every component, what you need to do, just this piece of code you need to write it everywhere, and your array will change. So see now. Okay, so now same code I'm copying in my batch component also. Batch master. In nginit I'm doing it. We need the service. Let's inject our service. Now just your batch list, your property name will change. Okay. Here also centric function you need to inject, and just like the one more parallel variable you need to create, that you will do. Original batch list. Here original batch list, and here also you will set the same thing. Batch list also your filter should work now. Okay, if I go to the batches, I think Shubham has added delay over here. That's why we are getting this much delay. He has added the delay just to show that now loader. Still we are getting, why? Batch loading we are set. Loading is using somewhere. Shubham has done some code after me. Loading is true. Admitting it false.
Sir, I guess API is giving error.
API is okay. Wait, I have to log off again. Understood, Shubham? Last time I was telling you to implement this in the other project.
Yes, yes.
This was that logic. See now in batches also, let's say React. Okay, no need to write extra code. B-32. If you go to the candidate, again, same logic. Okay. Understood, guys? So we took the help of ChatGPT little bit, because if you create this code, it takes time to create. So normally we use, this is the only logic we have. Okay. Understood?
Yes.
So these are the use cases of your behavior subject or subject also. Okay. Again, I will push this code, try to go through the recording. Don't copy my code. You also query the same thing to ChatGPT, get that code and try to use it. And don't ask the code in directly Angular. Ask in pure JavaScript so that you can copy and then you can modify it. Okay. Clear, guys?
Yes.
This kind of scenario-based question they are asking in interviews right now, above 6+. Okay. They want to see how you can think. They won't ask you to write the exact code, but they just want you to see what is your thought process, how you will do it. Instead of having this search box in every page, we can have it in a common component. So this code won't get repeated, correct? Like this. Okay. Another way to do is right. This search box, you can have it in every component, but this search box you will create as a reusable component. Okay. And for that reusable component, you can pass the input, your array, and it will send the filtered data whenever you search. That is also there. Okay.
Chetan, if our token get expired, so do we have a retry logic?
Refresh token, no. In the API, we need that functionality, na?
Yes.
So that function refresh API token is not there. I will copy paste it from some other project. I will add it over here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. We will
Yes.
see that also one of the days.
Okay.
Fine. So in the actual application, I will again deploy this one more time. So I will provide you the login of superadmin. You can log in, just create your one record with the email ID you are going to use, the actual email ID of yours. Okay, only one record. Then I will disable that admin login. Fine. So over here, you will now from now on, you will be using this application only for accessing all the recording. From YouTube, I will make it unlist. Recordings, if you visit the channel, all our recordings won't be visible because I will unlist all those recordings. From our application itself, it will work now. Okay. So make sure I will provide the login. Make sure you add it properly. Fine. Anyone having any question? Or was it too much? Again, try to go through the recording one by one, pause it, try to understand what we did. Okay. If not, again, tomorrow you can ask me the question. Fine. Okay.
Sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good. Who was asking question? Anyone having any question?
Yes, sir. I have one question.
Yeah, Ankit.
Like, how can we secure our JavaScript?
How can we secure our JavaScript means?
Once in our front view, we can see the script file, right?
Yeah, we can't do anything. That's the limitation of browser application, a UI application. We can see everything. Even if it is minified and everything, we can still see it. Because we have an access over here. We can control, we can open the developer mode main.js, we can see. It is in the minified, but again, we can see it. Okay. That's why we don't have business logic on the UI side. Now everything is coming from your backend. We don't store service, tokens, and everything. Any keys we don't store on the UI side. Everything should come from your backend only.
Yes, right. But
It is not
sometimes
possible.
we pass,
Hmm?
yeah. But sometimes we pass in HTML tag, like we pass ID to get data from front view, and
We should encrypt it. We have to encrypt it. Instead of passing directly ID, we should encrypt it. We will encrypt it and then send it. Only say API will have the decrypt token, right?
Okay.
Okay, that we can do encryption and decryption. So that even if he is able to see the encrypted one, but he won't be able to decipher it. That we can do.
Okay. In one of interview, they asked me.
Yeah, so encryption is the only thing we have to tell. Nothing else we can do. And that is only what we can do. Okay. Fine then. Let's connect tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
So with this, our basic flow is completed from admin to the candidate login. Okay. Shubham and Milind, I don't know like who is working. So just take care of the remaining things so that I can wind up this project. Then again, I will come up with some ideas for the second project. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Fine. Thank you all.
Yes.